What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to episode number 18 of my Become a Legend series. We are getting well into the season with Yeovil right now, and as you can see we are clearly on target to get everything this season. Apart from perhaps a 5 assists, we've got that average rating at 6.3, the 23% shot to conversion rate, and we've already got a fair few goals, and considering they only want 10, we're all good. So in the next 3 games they want me to score 1 goal, get a minimum goal conversion rate of 10% and an average match rating of 6, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. And as you can see in the accomplishments here guys, I'm currently a 74 rated overall striker, 29% of the striking accomplishments complete. Really starting to move forwards, and as I said to you guys before, I felt like I was real close to getting a whole bunch of achievements in a short space of time, and that's exactly what happens throughout this episode. So the invisible hasn't reared its ugly head again for a few games now, but I do understand that people are still having a lot of issues with that. I tried changing the default ball. It didn't really make much of a difference. I still had issues with it after I changed it. But as you can see now, guys, we're worth £7.5 million and we're on £8,000 per week. We've got that 82 sprint speed and that 81 balance. Really key now, and especially against sort of like League One defenders who will be sort of in the 60s to 70s for sprint speed. Should be quite an important attribute for me, especially going forwards towards the back end of the season. You know, I should be up there in 85s or 86s for the sprint speed, and should be able to burn past those defenders, so it should be all pretty good. We come up against Walsall here in N-Power League 1. This is a big game for us. Walsall are out of form, and we want those 3 points to kind of secure the midfield position. And I start going on some tech, because I'm trying to figure out, guys, how to get 4-star and 5-star skill moves. I haven't looked through all the accomplishments for it, so if anyone could tell me briefly how to get 4 and 5-star skill moves, it would be much appreciated. And how we didn't score there, I don't know. He was offside in the end. I thought he came off the defender mind, but yeah, I thought I was going to have a good chance myself there. Ended up not. And that kind of set the tone for this game against Walsall. It was kind of all us, and there's my pace there, just showing how boss I am. Nobody took a risk and actually, you know, dived in for that near post beauty touch, and as a result, we did not score a goal from that. Moving into the second half, Walsall started getting back into the game a little bit. You know, my fitness was low, as you can see. The manager put me in the game with probably about 80% stamina, to be honest. But I get the ball out here on the right hand side. In the 68th minute, managed to keep it in, but we only get a corner, slipping over in the rain. Got some crazy bad boots on, and yeah, I've got no studs on these boots. I'm actually wearing trainers for this game, so we'll see. You know, maybe in the next game I can be able to afford myself a pair of boots now that I'm earning £8 grand a week. But in the 75th minute, guys, a nice little bit of skill there, and that left foot driven shot to the far post is where it's at. NepentheZ scoring in that 75th minute. That's always nice to get one of those upcoming objectives completed, you know, scoring the goal and awarding us the 3 points. You know, it's a huge 3 points. Like I say, I want to be pushing for promotion in this league. Of course, I don't really care too much because I'm going to be leaving Yeovil at the end of the season. But after that game, we got 40 out of 40 matches completed. So we've got jumping +1, penalties +1. We've got a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Acceleration +1. So now we've travelled 3,500 yards in a match. That's something that you should usually get in the first few games that you play. I've put it to 6-minute halves now, guys, and it's made such a huge difference. I mean, obviously it takes longer for me to edit the videos and longer for me to record the content. But it definitely makes a huge difference. You know, I don't feel like the halves just skip by in absolutely no time. And I feel like I've got some time to make an impact. The only downside to having 6 minutes halves is it does really drain your fitness a lot more than it should. But we get Ruben Reed back, guys. He was my strike partner for the first sort of like 5 or 8 games of the season instead of Ugu. And with Ruben Reed up front with me, I scored a lot more goals than I have done with Ugu, so maybe that says something about that. But here we go, and we're going with Ugu against MK Dons. And this was one of those games, guys, where MK Dons were just clearly a superior team. They controlled the possession, they controlled the play. Look at that for a goal. What a really nice goal from the AI there. A lovely passing move straight through my defence. Couldn't do anything about it, and they took a 1-0 lead. And then in the 37th minute, a corner comes flying in. Some terrible defending, and at the far post there, I think that's Luke Chadwick was just there at the far post for that left foot shot just on the inside. We got after that, guys, we concede yet a 3rd goal in this game in the 73rd minute. Even still, this game was one of those games that was just crazy hard to play in. They was picking apart the defence. We was playing like counter-attacking football the whole time. just had absolutely no chance. And look at this passing, just incredible passing. Jay O'Shea, I don't think that's John O'Shea, I think that's a different O'Shea, but in the 75th minute they score there, and then I get a free kick. This is the first free kick I've taken in my entire career. I thought it would be a little bit closer than this. I didn't put too much power on it. I thought, you know, try a bit of a drilled free kick, but look at that for some accuracy for you. Straight into row Z, no questions about it, and we finished the game losing 3-0, and after a great win against Walsall, we then go and take a massive loss to whoever they were. I can't remember who they were. They were MK Dons. So in Empower League 1 we took a loss. Walsall picked up a win against Scunthorpe, so that puts them back up in the runnings. And then the England FA announced squad for international friendly, and yet again I have been overlooked. I can't believe it. Look at the strikers they take: Jay Rodriguez, Andy Carroll, Gary Hooper and Jermaine Defoe. Am I not good enough to be mixing it with those sort of people? I think I am. I think England are making a huge mistake. So we're going into the Johnston Paint Trophy game against Barnsley, as you can see, and the manager's just, like, you know, knobbing me off, telling me that I need to perform to my best for us to be able to beat Barnsley, because this is going to be a tough game. And I get put up front with a hater. Haters all over the place, you know. I just can't get away from them. Even in game, I can't get away from these haters. But I really wanted to have Reed back with me, but obviously Reed's not back with me. And we get another free kick, and I thought, hey, you know, target practice the first one. No, maybe not. Maybe not. We're still just as bad as ever before. That's the second free kick now, and I'm yet to hit one on target. Never mind. This was a third game in quick succession as well, guys. And as you can see already, just 38 minutes in, my fitness is like under half, and it was really showing. I was really struggling in this game to actually get involved in the game. I tried to conserve as much energy as possible. It was just really hard. I wish the manager would have dropped me for a game, left me out. But we get 70 out of 70 shots on target there, shot power +1, and the guy takes off, the manager takes off a hater for Ugru, and here we go, guys. That shot usually would curl in, but with the low fitness that I had, it was just going nowhere but wide. And that was kind of the story of the game, really. We were pushing as Yeovil, you know, we were pushing and pushing against Barnsley. I was playing out of my skin, you know, doing everything I could to try and help the team, but it just wasn't enough. We just didn't have that cutting edge in front of goal. There just wasn't that one opportunity to really get the lead until this moment in time. Look at that. I go through, the ball pops back to him there, and the keeper saves. And what a save, first of all. But how I didn't score with my right foot there, I don't know. And then just a few minutes later, get the ball up again. A nice little 1-2 here. It eventually becomes a 1-2 anyway. It was a 1 and then a really long 2. Comes through to me, and how have I missed that? Hit the post from like 7 or 8 yards out. And in the 90th minute, guys, we go into extra time now, but the manager deems it fit to take me off the field. I thought that was a huge mistake. I was just getting into my stride. Of course, I was really tired, but everyone was at this stage. And straight after the kickoff, guys, into the 90th minute now in extra time, a fantastic over-the-top through ball, and Perkins is there just to slot that home, and we're in trouble at this point. You know, we've been dominating the whole game, but we've taken our best players off the field. We're low on fitness, low on morale. I'm now controlling the whole team, so it's really tough. But in 105th minute, Foley, the guy that replaced me, gets a penalty and dispatches it fantastically into the top right-hand corner. A brilliant penalty, just slapped home. And as you can see from the match stats, guys, it finished 1-1, but Yeovil Town dominated the game. And we go into a penalty shootout. And this was going to be tough because these guys are really bad at penalties. As you can see, the little green bar is really small. It's really tough. And when I missed that first penalty, I'm thinking it's game over. You know, I'm going to have to pull something out of the bag here to be able to, you know, get back into the penalty shootout, let alone win the game. And the guys at Barnsley were just throwing their penalties home like nobody's business. You know, they were just absolutely slapping it home. We get Foley here again, who of course dispatched his penalty in the extra time to level the game up. He scores to make it 2-1 in penalties. So now after two penalties each, we are 2-1, and managed to. I mean, I would have saved that if it went in, but managed to get back on terms pretty much when the guy missed the penalty by an absolute mile. Ugru, who came on around half time, puts his penalty in the top right hand corner to level it up at 2-2 after 3 penalties each, and now I'm feeling comfortable. You know, look at Perkins, he's got no fitness, scores a superb penalty, like a genuinely amazing penalty off the inside of the post on the right hand side. I was never ever going to get there, and the pressure's really on at this stage. You know, I need to score this. I did score this, so we're 3-3 after 4 penalties each. We've got 1 penalty left in the original 5, and Upson steps up for Barnsley. What is going to happen? Nothing but the bar. That's both times that they've gone to the top left, they've missed. So we're in a really, really strong position right now. And all we need is Marsh Brown to tuck this penalty home. Thinking about going for the Perlo route, decided to just slap it down the middle. And that's it, guys. Yeovil Town, in my opinion, take the rightful win through to the next round. Definitely think we were the better team on the day. I would have loved to have been in the penalty shootout because you get an accomplishment for scoring or keeping your cool in a penalty shootout. Really, really felt like I deserved a goal in regular time. You know, the amount of chances I had that were right in front of goal, whereas hit the post and stuff, as you just saw there. As you can see, 3 shots on target, 3 shots off target. Passing was pretty decent, 88%. Nice 7 short passes and 8 medium passes. If you can hear my dog in the background, by the way, I apologise. He's so fucking loud when he sleeps. Listen.
And it's time for the results now from the other matches.
Okay, he's gone a little bit quieter now. But here we go, guys. So I'm just going to leave you with the objectives for the end of the season. And there he goes. He's just really loud again. It's like every time I talk, he gets louder. Going to leave you with the stuff at the end. And one thing I didn't realise, that when you unlock traits, you have to go and edit your pro and put them on. So that's exactly what I did. I went and put some traits on my pro. So now I've got like second wind and a few other stuff. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to let the video run out for you guys, and you can watch what happens at the end. We're now 31% complete, 74 rated overall striker. Things are going great. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.
AFC Wimbledon 0. Rotherham United 0. Shrewsbury Town 2. Scunthorpe United 1. Bournemouth 0. Sheffield United 3. Preston North End 1. Southend United 2. Crewe Alexandra 1. Stevenage 1. Barnet 1. Barnet won 5-4 on penalties.